Every day for the thief, one day for the owner. I say it again. Every day for the thief, one day. That's all. One day for the owner. I don't know why you dusty Keishas, right? I don't know why you dusty, backstabbing female Judases are on the internet, on TikTok, on Instagram, and on all over these social media platforms talking about how gut-wrenched it feels for black men not to sympathize with Ashlee Jenae. Why should we? Why should we? Why should we? Ain't no reason for us to. Y'all celebrated the demise of Kobe Bryant, James Earl Jones, Kevin Samuels. Y'all celebrate even the ones that didn't even lose their lives. Jonathan Majors, the likes of Terrell Owens, the likes of Papoose. Y'all celebrate it. Even Shannon Sharp. Every time a black man goes through a rough spell, this and that, you dusty, dorky, degenerate doofuses called the gynocracy in the black community, most especially, y'all celebrate. Why should we sympathize with y'all? You don't go around saying all of this nonsensical rubbish about black men and then turn around and expect me to sympathize with you or sympathize with her now that she's no longer with us. It's not the way it works. What goes around comes around.
Now this looks like a job for me.
How the tables have turned. See the problem with you, Keishas, most especially you Western Keishas, y'all are not used to this thing called consequences. You see, y'all have lived such a protected and sheltered life from all of you simps, all these simps, and all these beta males and all these guard dogs who are raised to be powerless little boys. Even as a grown man in the black community, you're still not considered a man. You're still considered a boy, an eternal servant. And that's exactly what passes on for being called a man. You see, the word man is no longer what you are. It's now a term of endearment given to you by these Keishas when you do their bidding. When you do what they ask you to do, even though it's against your own self-interest. And that's what passes for them calling you a man. Yeah. Russell Wilson, a simp. Yeah, that's what a man is, right? Cam Newton, you're an embarrassment. You be having all them Keishas on your show. They disrespect you. They insult you. They mock your slip-ups and failures in life. And you still be having them on your show. Anyway, back to this situation. Y'all are not used to consequences. You see, Keishas, y'all are not used to consequences. Y'all mocked and celebrated the death of Kevin Samuels. Y'all will never be forgiven. Y'all will never be forgiven. Give it up. Give it up. See, I'm not going to play this whole moral superiority game and say, well, you shouldn't be clowning her death. Y'all were celebrating the death of a man who was trying to help y'all. But since y'all rejected the help, why? Because y'all are addicted to dysfunction. Any black man that tries to bring any sort of order, structure, assistance for the betterment of the black community, you know what y'all do? Y'all tear him down because y'all are sources of evil. Y'all are daughters of the devil. That's why. How dare you have an opinion on the likes of me talking about I'm not supposed to go out there and date a white woman from any other part of the world. Yeah, I'm dating a white woman from Brazil. Yes, I am. What, you mad? What are you mad about? Oh, because you think you own me. You think you own me. Not a single one of you clowns own me. None of y'all have the whatsoever. Y'all do not have any audacity or right to tell me what to do. My life is my life. So if you see any man out there, any black man out there, any brother out there doing the A-Town stomp on the grave of Ashlee Jenae, I ain't gonna say nothing. I told y'all, this is the era of indifference. You cornballs always forget that what goes around comes around. And now y'all over the internet wasting Wi-Fi, voicing y'all concerns about how it triggered y'all because men are leaving distasteful comments. So what y'all gonna do? Nothing. Absolutely, because y'all weak, y'all soft, y'all pitiful, y'all pathetic, y'all cowards. Y'all always flex this strong and independent nonsense and this and that. If y'all strong and independent, why don't y'all fly to the Middle East and go on to save those women that are under the patriarchal order of the men over there? Y'all strong and independent, right? When Brittany Griner got detained and this and that, all of y'all scattered because y'all fraidy cats. Let's pay attention to what these dusty Keishas have to say. And of course, accountability is never brought to the table because we all know what accountability is to these dusty, dorky, degenerate morons. Exactly.
I'm noticing that black men only speak on black women getting murdered when it's a white man doing it. Y'all kill us every day. Black women get strangled, stabbed, shot. But when it's a white man do it, that's when you say something. Then they're going to say, oh, she was throwing shade at black men. She never threw any shade at black men. All her caption said was soft life this, soft life that. She was never talking about black men. And y'all are making fun of a dead woman. Is it because black women rejected you in high school or some shit? Like, I know better to not make fun of the dead. But I guess some of y'all wasn't raised right.
Shut up, bitch!
Look who's talking. Talking about wasn't raised right. You're not the one who's comfortable with the hair that's growing out your scalp. That's why you want to look like another race of woman by planting, what the heck is that poison dart frog, light purple, violet type of color on your head. You're the one who has self-hate. Why is it that you can't grow your own hair out? And did I just hear from this loser talking about she never posted anything bashing black men, that all she posted was soft life? Is that so? Y'all check this out. And that's how you know a narcissist. Majority of these black women in the West are nothing but a bunch of dirty, parasitic, viral, and bacterial type narcissists. Nitpicking things that only suit their own narrative and sweeping underneath the rug everything that exposes them. But me, I dig into the crevice of everything and I expose them out. I don't care if it makes you look like a liar, because that's exactly what y'all are. Your grandmama's a stinking liar. Your great-grandmama a stinking liar. I don't care if she's turning in her grave. Your auntie's a stinking liar. Your mama's a stinking liar. Your sister's a stinking liar. Your female cousin is a stinking liar. If you got a niece, yeah, well, she too, she's a stinking liar too. What are you talking about?
So the other day I posted a video about how Ashlee Jenae, an Instagram girly I've followed for a long time on Instagram, tragically was unalived in her hotel room on her birthday. Supposedly, I believe it was her birthday in Tanzania. And the responses I've received are actually so sick. It's not sat right with me since reading them, and I'm still receiving them. So let me address the larger issue first before I go into the smaller things. A black woman was unalived at the young age of 31, reported that she did it herself by her, I'm sorry I said husband, y'all are so hooked up on that, by her fiance, an older white man. And the response, like I said, was sickening. You may not have agreed with her takes about how she doesn't no longer at the time, later in her short-lived life, date black men. I don't agree with that. I date black men. But y'all were so hooked up on that fact that to the point where y'all was like basically insinuating that she deserved to no longer be on this earth with us. Femicide in any capacity is the problem. That's the issue at hand. Why would you come onto my video and comment laughing emojis, comment pasta and lobster, memes, gifts? Oh, she passed doing what she wanted to do, rest in preference?
Call me insensitive all you want. I don't give a blood clot. Cause one thing that's never gonna happen is me turn into a simp. Okay? I am definitely not gonna be like the likes of Derek Jackson, Boyce Watkins, or that midget clown, Yada Awakening. I am not like them. Because, yeah, when KS or KRS, Kevin Roshon Samuels, passed away, these were the comments that were left under his comment section. What goes around comes around. Live with it.
And side note, for the demographic that I'm in, Ashlee Jenae was in, for the least likely across race and gender to date outside of our race, to get that response from the demographic that across race and gender that is most likely to date outside of our race, you would think that there would be a little more like understanding that the issue at hand that I was speaking about was just femicide and the loss of a young black life. But based off of those statistics, it's like, oh, well, I see why you wouldn't care that much. Why y'all don't care that much. I see it. Like, firsthand, I did not expect that type of response. I really wasn't expecting that response. Hear about like the talks between, and within our community of black men and black women and dating preferences. You hear these conversations, but like to witness it in real time in like my own space, of this internet space, my platform, I'm just like, oh. Now onto like the smaller issues. People kept commenting like, oh my gosh, you've been following her for 10 years, SMH, all the. Yeah, I started following her on Instagram in 2016. You ever follow nobody and then realize like, oh, I'm still following them all these years later? Like, is that like, is that a boggle of your mind? I follow like 3K people on Instagram. It's Instagram. So I was just like, I didn't know that was a big issue for you, but I'm sorry that offended you. Like, and then the whole part y'all was hooked up on like, she didn't have a husband. That wasn't her husband. She was married. My bad. Her fiance, she was with him for a little minute. I mean, from my point of view on, Instagram, it's Instagram. This is influencer life. Like, I don't know all her business, but I did see a couple posts she was with that man. So if I said husband, oops. Fiance, one step ahead of that, one step before. Okay. I've never seen someone pass and people respond with like such a villainous spirit. Whoever it is, ever in life, I don't think that's ever okay. I don't think that's ever fine to do. I don't think that's ever acceptable. Someone just lost their daughter. Does that make more sense to you if I say that? Someone lost a sister. Does that make more sense? Like, do you care more if I say that? Because clearly you don't care that a black woman lost her life. Like, she's just a black woman lost her life. Like, that does not sit well with you, just based off of who she was dating. Women are being unalived at alarming rates, black women specifically, by every demographic of men. And mostly black men. So to me, it's like, you're trying to address the issue like, oh, it's her fault for dating outside of her race, that's why it happened to her. No, actually, for the demographic that dates the least outside of, we actually get more unalived by our own men. If you really want to get into that. But that wasn't the reason why I made the video. I made the video to share like, oh my gosh, she lost her life. But if you want to go, like, if y'all want to go there, we can go there. We can really go there. But I'm not. I'm going to stop. gonna calm myself down now, because I feel like the response I got on my video about her, it really saddened me, because I was just like, it was like a sense of disappointment. It was disappointing to see that while I'm commenting on how a young black girl lost her life.
Notice how they never attempt to bring up the numbers whenever they try to pin these stats against the black men. They always make these open-ended blanket statements about, oh, how it's them doing it the most, but they never bring out the numbers. All they do is lie, bro. Like, this is why I am glad that they are suffering the way that they are. I am glad though they all y'all's crimes are so great, right? Your crimes are so great to the point whereby no man's checking for y'all on a romantic level. Not even black men. Y'all are just deplorable. Oh, y'all are a deplorable bunch. It is so bad that a black woman who ends up getting with a black man who has his mind right, if y'all get with him, count your blessings. Give it up. In the near future, it's a lot of mulatto kids. In the near future, a lot of mulatto kids are gonna be offsprings to black men. With white women, with Asian women, with Hispanic women. It's going down. The chickens are coming home to roost. You celebrated the demise, the unaliving of an innocent black man who did absolutely nothing to y'all. But since y'all are full of the Jezebel spirit, y'all decided to celebrate his death. This is exactly y'all's fate. Live with it. The era of indifference is here.
Creator, I forgot her name, but I'll tag her. She's on the internet talking about how black women should go where they're loved, accepted, and celebrated. But then she saw in Ashlee's post how there are a lot of black men making disparaging comments about, celebrating her offing. And so my thing is that this isn't just black men, because black men are doing it to her, but we also see how black women have done it to other prolific leaders and figures in our community. For example, Kevin Samuels, oh my gosh, God rest his soul. They have celebrated his death. When I tell you, oh my God, I was sick, I was sobbing, I was throwing up. Oh my God, I love that man down. He was so influential in my life. He was great. He taught me a lot about, anyways, he is one of the reasons why I changed and really worked on myself, because he was influential. At first he wasn't. But anyway, I went to finishing school. And anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that so many black women have celebrated the death of black men in our community. And so this is happening on both ends. And this is how I find it's going to be really hard for us to ever come together as people, because we are always so divisive. And that's what I don't like about, we're going to say quarter. But that is one thing I do not rock with in our community. It's like, everyone points the finger at everybody else, but nobody wants to point the finger back at themselves to see where they can be better and challenge themselves and work through that stuff. Because if I can keep it a bug, if I can be honest, directly honest, when Christian Obaselli was by his white girl in the elevator, I had to check myself, because I was like, well, he shouldn't have been messing. He should. But I also did make a post because I was enraged by the fact, why did he not know better? Because when you know better, you do better. But maybe he didn't know better, because maybe he's not an FBA. He don't really know better. But anyway, and when he made the comment about oh, black, I would rather than be with black. Okay. But it's still, I didn't get on. You saw I didn't get online and talk crap about the band. I didn't do that. Instead, what I did was bring awareness about the situation, but I didn't say anything negative about him. I might have ruminated about it, but I ain't. Yeah. So the point is that we do it all throughout, and it's not even just a black thing. White men do it in red pill communities all the time. They get on their manosphere communities and talk crap about whitey women who divest and go be defiant and date black men because they fetishize them, or just to be defiant. So it's not just happening in our community, but I would challenge us to be better and do better, because we ain't no type of respect running up and through rampant in our community, because the black man looking at the black woman with lack of respect, the black woman looking at the black man with lack of respect. So nobody respect each other. So what are we gonna do as a collective, as people, if we will never be able to be a unified front to work through these issues and to be mature enough to like grow up and like, you know what, this ain't right. Like, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not right.
Vivica Fox, Sojourner Truth, Shahrazad Ali, Harriet Tubman, Shirley Chisholm, C. Dolores Tucker. It don't matter. Claudia Jordan. It don't matter. It really doesn't matter. Okay? There ain't no such thing as a modern day black woman. They've all been the same. Back then to now. Okay? So yeah, black men, keep expanding y'all options. Stay Keisha free at all times. If you must go to any other part of the world, try Brazil, try Colombia, try Philippines, try Vietnam, try Thailand, try Romania, try Poland, okay? Try these nations. You will be astonished to see how many women out there want you for you. They celebrate you for you, okay? There's no law in the book that states that we must stick with these dorky, dusty Keishas. There's no law in the book that states that. Okay? The community should not feel like a cult whereby you're 100% banished if you date outside your community. Don't listen to that scrub, Controversial Shannon. That one's a sucker. Steve Urkel looking ass nigga. If I catch you on the streets, ooh. Anyway. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, one more thing. Once again, Keisha, whatever evil you project out to the cosmos, nature always finds a way to project it back to you. Now take that to the bank, suckers.